Throughout history, the lives of black celebrities have been celebrated for their extraordinary talent, cultural impact, and dedication to their crafts. However, many of these stars met untimely and tragic ends, leaving behind legacies marked by their contributions and the unfortunate circumstances surrounding their deaths. Here, we take a look at 25 black celebrities whose deaths were particularly tragic and resonated deeply with their fans and the world at large. Number 1. Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur is often regarded as one of the most influential hip-hop artists of all time. His music, which addressed themes like poverty, police brutality, and racial inequality, earned him a dedicated following. Tragically, Tupac's life was cut short when he was murdered in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas on September 13, 1996. Tupac was 25 years old. His death remains a mystery, with many theories suggesting gang-related violence, the East Coast-West Coast rap rivalry, or even conspiracies involving his own record label. Despite the numerous investigations, Tupac's killer has never been definitively identified, leaving his fans with a sense of unresolved loss. Number 2. Notorious B.I.G. Just a year after Tupac's death, Christopher Wallace, known professionally as the Notorious B.I.G., was killed in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles on March 9, 1997. Biggie was 24 years old and was one of the most influential figures in East Coast rap. His death occurred under eerily similar circumstances to Tupac's, sparking widespread speculation about connections between the two murders. Like Tupac's death, Biggie's murder has never been officially solved, and the conspiracy theories about the cause of his death continue to haunt the rap community. Number 3. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's death was a deeply tragic event that shocked the world. Known for her powerful voice and unmatched talent, Houston struggled with substance abuse for years. On February 11, 2012, she was found dead in her hotel room at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, the night before the Grammy Awards. The cause of death was later ruled as drowning in the bathtub, with heart disease and cocaine use contributing factors. Whitney was just 48 years old, and her passing marked the end of an era in music. Her death came as a harsh reminder of the toll addiction can take, even on the most gifted and beloved celebrities. Number 4. Aaliyah. Aaliyah's death in a plane crash on August 25, 2001, devastated fans around the world. At just 22 years old, she was at the height of her career, known for her unique style and contributions to R&B music. Aaliyah and 8 others were on a small plane leaving the Bahamas, where they had just finished filming a music video. The plane crashed shortly after takeoff, killing everyone on board. The crash was later attributed to the overloading of the aircraft, and the pilot, who had a questionable record, was not licensed to fly the plane. Aaliyah's untimely death left a void in the music industry, as she was poised to achieve even greater success. Number 5. Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke, one of the pioneers of soul music, met a tragic and mysterious end in 1964. On December 11, Cooke was shot and killed by the manager of a motel in Los Angeles after an altercation. The circumstances surrounding his death remain controversial to this day. Official reports state that Cooke was attempting to break into a motel office after being detained for allegedly assaulting a woman. However, many believe his death may have been connected to his growing influence in both the music industry and in the civil rights movement. Sam Cooke's untimely passing, at just 33 years old, was a major loss to the music world. Number 6. Michael Jackson. Known as the King of Pop, Michael Jackson's death on June 25, 2009, shook the world. His passing was caused by acute propofol intoxication, administered by his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray. Michael had struggled with prescription drug abuse, and his death at the age of 50 was the result of a series of poor decisions by those around him. Jackson's death was ruled a homicide, and Dr. Murray was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter. Despite the tragic circumstances of his death, Michael Jackson's legacy as one of the greatest entertainers of all time endures. Number 7. Brittany Murphy. Actress Brittany Murphy, best known for her roles in films like Clueless and 8 Mile, died suddenly on December 20, 2009, at the age of 32. Murphy's cause of death was ruled as pneumonia, with anemia and drug intoxication as contributing factors. However, the circumstances surrounding her death raised suspicions. Just 5 months later, her husband, Simon Monjack, also passed away under similar mysterious circumstances. Many have speculated that the couple's deaths were related to toxic mold in their home or to issues involving prescription medications. The tragic and unexpected loss of Brittany Murphy left fans in shock and disbelief. Number 8. Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, the legendary soul singer known for hits like What's Going On and Sexual Healing, met a tragic and violent end on April 1, 1984. He was shot and killed by his father, Marvin Gaye Sr., after an argument at the family home in Los Angeles. Gaye had struggled with depression and addiction for years, and his relationship with his father had been strained for a long time. The shooting was a devastating conclusion to Gaye's tumultuous personal life, and it shocked the world. Marvin Gaye was just 44 years old at the time of his death. Number 9. James Brown. Known as the Godfather of Soul, James Brown's death on December 25, 2006, was met with widespread mourning. Brown, who had struggled with numerous health issues in his later years, died of heart failure at the age of 73. However, some conspiracy theories have arisen surrounding his death, with claims that he may have been poisoned or that his death was the result of malpractice. Despite these theories, the official cause of death was heart failure due to complications of pneumonia. Brown's passing marked the loss of one of the most influential musicians in the history of popular music. Number 10. Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor, the groundbreaking comedian who revolutionized stand-up comedy and broke barriers with his raw and unapologetic humor, died on December 10, 2005, from a heart attack. Pryor had a tumultuous life filled with substance abuse, personal struggles, and health issues, including multiple sclerosis, which he had been battling in his later years. Pryor's death was tragic, as he had endured significant pain throughout his life, but his legacy as a trailblazer in comedy remains intact. His candidness about race, life, and his own flaws made him one of the most influential comedians of all time. Number 11. Dr. Barbara Ross Lee. Dr. Barbara Ross Lee was a pioneering figure in medicine and the first African-American woman to serve as the dean of a medical school in the U.S. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2024 from complications related to a long-term illness. Though not as widely recognized in popular media as her sister, legendary singer Diana Ross, her death marked a profound loss in the healthcare community, where she was an inspiring figure. Number 12. Lisa Lefty Lopez. One-third of the famous girl group TLC, Lisa Lefty Lopez was known for her wild spirit and creative contributions to the group's success. Tragically, she died in a car crash on April 25, 2002, in Honduras, at the age of 30. She was in the passenger seat of a vehicle that crashed while she was reportedly driving with a friend. Lopez had been in the process of reinventing herself and had recently returned to working on her solo album. Her death was a shocking loss to both the music industry and her fans. Number 13. Phyllis Hyman. Known for her powerful voice and work as a jazz and R&B singer, Phyllis Hyman struggled with depression and substance abuse throughout her life. On June 30, 1995, she was found dead in her apartment from an overdose, though it was ruled as a suicide. Hyman's untimely death at the age of 45 was a great loss, and she remains a beloved figure in the music world for her contributions to soul and jazz. Number 14. Eazy-E. Eazy-E, a pioneer of West Coast rap and a founding member of NWA, died on March 26, 1995, at the age of 31 from complications related to AIDS. Eazy-E had publicly announced his diagnosis just weeks before his death, and his passing brought attention to the HIV/AIDS epidemic, especially in the African-American community. His death left fans mourning the loss of a hip-hop legend who had changed the face of the genre. Number 15. Tammy Terrell. Tammy Terrell was a celebrated Motown singer known for her duets with Marvin Gaye. She tragically died of a brain tumor on March 16, 1970, at the age of 24, cutting short a promising career. Tammy Terrell's death was devastating to her fans, and her soulful contributions to Motown music continue to resonate. Number 16, Natasha Richardson. While not African American, Natasha Richardson's tragic death impacted many in the broader entertainment community. However, her connection to the late actor and civil rights advocate, James Earl Jones, made her passing particularly poignant for the Black community. Richardson died of a head injury after a skiing accident, sparking discussions about the fragility of life and the unpredictability of fate. Number 17, Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman was a beloved actor, most famous for his role as T'Challa in Black Panther and other Marvel Cinematic Universe films. Tragically, Boseman passed away on August 28, 2020, after a private, 4-year battle with colon cancer. His death shocked the world, as he had kept his diagnosis a secret from the public. Boseman's untimely passing at the age of 43 left a massive hole in Hollywood and the Black community, as he was not only a talented actor but also an empowering role model. Number 18, John Singleton. John Singleton was an acclaimed director best known for his work on Boys in the Hood, a film that had a significant impact on how African American stories were portrayed in Hollywood. Singleton suffered a stroke on April 17, 2019, and died at the age of 51. His death marked a tremendous loss for the film industry, especially for those in the Black community, as he was an essential voice in pushing for greater representation. Number 19, Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison, the first African American woman to win the Nobel Prize in Literature, passed away on August 5, 2019. While not tragic in terms of cause, she was 88, her death left an indelible void in American literature. Morrison's works, such as Beloved and Song of Solomon, had a profound impact on African American literature and culture. Her death was deeply mourned by readers and activists alike. Number 20, Jackie Wilson. Known as Mr. Excitement, Jackie Wilson was one of the most influential soul and R&B singers of the 1950s and 60s. Wilson suffered a stroke while performing on stage in 1975, and the resulting health complications left him in a coma for nearly 9 years before he passed away on January 21, 1984, at the age of 49. His death was a tragic end to a career that had brought joy and inspiration to millions. Number 21, Bobby Womack. R&B singer Bobby Womack, known for his gritty voice and hits like If You Think You're Lonely Now, died on June 27, 2014, from complications related to cancer. His career was plagued by controversies, including a series of personal struggles and family drama, but he remained a beloved figure in music. Womack's death, while not entirely unexpected due to his health problems, was still a tragic loss to the soul and R&B community. Number 22, Mae West. While Mae West, an iconic actress and comedian, was famous for breaking boundaries in Hollywood, her later years were marked by struggle and controversy. After a series of health issues, West passed away at the age of 87. Despite a long life, her death marked the end of an era for classic Hollywood stars who challenged societal norms. Number 23, Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy Pendergrass was a legendary R&B singer whose smooth voice made hits like Turn Off the Lights and Close the Door timeless classics. In 1982, Pendergrass was involved in a car accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. Despite his resilience, he died on January 13, 2010, from colon cancer at the age of 59. His death came after years of recovery and inspiring others with his story. Number 24, Jimi Hendrix. Though often associated with the 1960s counterculture, Jimi Hendrix's groundbreaking career made a lasting impact on both rock and black music. Hendrix died on September 18, 1970, from asphyxiation due to choking on his own vomit after taking sleeping pills. He was only 27 years old, and his death was not only a tragic loss for music but also for the evolution of modern rock guitar playing. Number 25, Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou, poet, memoirist, and activist, passed away on May 28, 2014, at the age of 86. Angelou had a long and full life, but her death marked the loss of one of the most beloved literary figures of the 20th century. Her works, particularly I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, made her an enduring figure in the fight for civil rights and women's empowerment. While her death was not unexpected, the end of her remarkable career was felt deeply. The deaths of these Black celebrities, each tragic in their own right, underscore the struggles, challenges, and complexities that many faced despite their fame. Whether it was violence, addiction, health issues, or mysterious circumstances, these artists and entertainers left an indelible mark on the world. Their untimely deaths have only added to their legacies, making them figures that are remembered not just for their talent but also for the sorrow that surrounded their passing.